Welcome back to Britstock. We're excited to bring you another insightful episode, and today we are diving into a topic that's shaping the future of education and careers worldwide.
That's right. In episode 11, the Bridging Borders will be the future of global education and careers, and we will explore key trends in international education, the evolving job market, and what skill students need to stay ahead.
Before we jump in, let's introduce ourselves. So I am Nurillokhon, and here is my co-host Saron.
Thanks, Nurillokhon. And with us today, we have a special guest, Dr. Yasmina Kashouh, International Campus Director and Head of International Academics.
Dr. Yasmina, it's a pleasure to have you with us. And before we dive into the discussion, can you just introduce yourself and a bit about your background?
Thank you, Nurillah and Saron, for the introduction. It's a pleasure for me to be here. It's an honor as well. So I'm Yasmina Kashouh. I'm Lebanese living in Paris. It's been 6 years since I'm living in Paris. I have a doctorate degree in business administration, and today I'm the International Campus Director and Head of International Academics for Collège de Paris International.
Great achievement, Dr. Yasmina.
Yeah, Yasmina, as an International Campus Director, you have seen how education is evolving globally, and what are some key trends in international education that MBA students should be aware of to stay competitive in the job market?
Okay, so as an International Campus Director, I have seen a lot of key trends in shaping the global education, and particularly for the MBA students. The first one of them all is we are seeing more specialized MBA tracks. So business schools, beyond the general management programs, they are evolving and developing more specialized tracks like in sustainability, AI, fintech, digital transformation, which are aligning more with what the industry needs. So they are checking what the industry needs today, and they are aligning their programs according to the market needs. The second point I can talk about is the global mobility and the hybrid careers. We are seeing that more MBA programs, they are offering more dual degrees, they are offering exchange program, immersing trips, learning expedition. And why they are doing that? They are doing that to help the students build their international network and adaptability. And also the employers' the expectations of the employers are also playing an important role in shaping the global education.
What do you mean by employee expectation?
Yes, I mean by that the companies, they are seeking more graduates who have a mix of technical skills, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving abilities. So upskilling in data analytics, leadership, and cultural adaptability is now essential for MBA students to stay competitive.
So the next question will be, you have experience in both Europe and GCC education landscape. So what are some major differences in how business education is structured, and how can students in the UAE and GCC leverage a global perspective in their careers?
Okay, so there is a notable difference on how business school is structured in Europe and the GCC. First, we have the curriculum and the pedagogy. We all know that European business school, they focus more on a case study, they emphasize the research and innovation more. Whereas in the GCC perspective, programs are more industry-driven. They align closely with the economic goals like the Vision 2030. The second point we can talk about is the cultural and the business contacts. What do you mean by that? It means that European business schools, they foster more independent learning, debate-driven learning, whereas the GCC, they focus more on partnership, collaboration, and they integrate the local custom business, and they emphasize a lot on government collaboration. Also, we can see that in the GCC market, we have a lot of opportunities for students, for MBA students, especially in the tech, finance, sustainability. Which are really evolving in the rapid economic diversification here in the GCC. So the students who have more international exposure, internships, they have a competitive edge over the others. I can give you an example, like for example, a student who did his MBA in Europe can secure a high-level role in the GCC because of his ability to connect the Middle Eastern and the Western business strategies.
Thank you, Dr. Yasmina, for letting us know the education structured between GCC and the European schools.
So, in today's fast-changing business world, what are the top 3 skills that MBA graduates should develop to thrive in international roles, and how can they cultivate them while still in school?
Okay, so to thrive in international role, I think, in my opinion, we have a lot of skills. A leader should have a lot of skills to be successful. But in my opinion, the 3 most important skills are, first of all, is the cultural agility and adaptability. It's very important today that a leader or students to understand the different cultures and navigate into a new environment, to adapt to new environment. This is very important. So students, they can cultivate this by working in different teams, traveling more, studying abroad, or by also learning more and reading more about global leadership. The second point, the second skill that I think it's really important is the strategic thinking and the problem-solving skills. Today we are seeing the companies, they have a lot of complex challenges, and being able to think globally, analyze the data and develop solution is really crucial. And the third and most important skill for me is the digital and analytical literacy. We all know today that AI, big data, digital transformation, they are reshaping our industries, whether we like it or not. So MBA students should really upskill their digital tools, analytics, and automation to be competitive and ahead in the game.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you give us an example?
I can share an example for the adaptability and agility. It's actually it's my own experience. So as you already know, as I told you in the beginning, I'm Lebanese and moved to Paris. So I was also an international student, and it was not easy at all for me. I had to leave my family, my home, my loved ones to come and study in Paris. I had to delve into a new culture, adapt to a new environment, push myself across my comfort zone, so it was not easy at all. But I knew deep down the rewards behind all of this, the rewards of being able to learn the resilience and the experience of being independent. This is what I have learned, and only this experience had taught me that.
One more question. So, was there anyone who supported you in these tough times?
Yes, of course, my family. My family supported me.
Very good to have this kind of family.
So with increasing globalization, cultural intelligence is becoming crucial for leadership. So what are some key insights that for managing cross-cultural teams, especially for MBA students aspiring to work internationally?
So if leaders today or students would like to work internationally, I think they can excel in, for example, understanding and respecting other culture. There are business etiquettes, there is communication, leadership style. For example, in Japan, in Japan, negotiations tend to be more indirect and they are more relationship driven, whereas, for example, in Germany, they are very data oriented and the decisions are really made on the spot. So for example, an executive trying to enter the Japanese market should really adapt his strategies and adapt his strategy by prioritizing long-term relationship than taking directly the route of the decision making.
So can you just emphasize how MBA students can develop cultural intelligence?
Also, I would like to add that leaders should really today adapt to their leadership style in different cultures. I will also give another example. Some cultures, they prefer hierarchical leadership, like the UAE and China, where others, they prefer flat structures like the Netherlands. So also a leader must balance the respect between both hierarchy in order to lead a diverse team. And finally, this is very important for me. The communication is very important when dealing with people from different nationality or different background. Is the communication when giving a feedback. Sometimes when you give a feedback to a person, they might take it in a bad way, or there may be a misunderstanding. US employees, they prefer direct feedback, whereas Asian employees, they can find it very harsh. So it's always good for a leader to follow the sandwich approach, where we give a positive feedback in the beginning, then we give a constructive feedback, and finally we ended up in a positive feedback. And that way we avoid any miscommunication with employees.
Thank you for sharing your insights, and could you do me one more favor? If you could give one piece of advice to MBA students who are planning to success in global business, so what it would be?
Okay, so if I want to give one advice to students, and what I learned from my experience as being an international also student and living abroad, is to always live, learn and adapt. By that I mean to live, to embrace all the challenges, all the experience, all the opportunities that comes your way. To learn not only from books, from professors, but also from people, from the culture and from life itself. And finally, to adapt fiercely, because success doesn't come from being afraid of the change, but by embracing the change. So I can tell the MBA students today that whenever you finish your degree, you don't leave with only your degree. You leave with your hard work, your resilience, and your adaptability that will serve you for a lifetime.
Absolutely. So Nurillah, we can understand this since we are international students here in the UAE.
Exactly. What an insightful discussion on the future of global education and careers. It's clear that staying competitive in today's market requires adaptability and cultural intelligence, and the right setup.
Absolutely. Understanding the difference between education system, developing leadership skill, and embracing a global perspective can truly set students apart.
Dr. Yasmina, thank you so much for sharing your expertise and valuable insight with us today.
Thank you both for your time today and for this beautiful conversation. I really enjoyed it. What I want to tell you and the audience, it's good luck in your journey. And this is a beautiful journey, so really embrace it. Good luck and never give up.
And a big thank you for our listeners for tuning into Britstock.
We'll be back soon with another exciting conversation. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and stay inspired.